Welcome back to another episode of the PlayBook Podcast. It's your boy Meech, your boy EB. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get into it.
Oh shoot,
How's your week, man?
man, it's a long week. Not
Anything
too much to,
interesting happen?
man. Just lifing. New life, more life.
That's good. More life,
What
more
about
life.
you?
I hear that. Same man. You know the Pacers brought more life to the finals. Game 7.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think they trying to get their money back
I don't
for
know,
the
man.
the low
I,
views.
if it was a time to say sports is rigged, it would be this year for basketball. It's been too much happening. That's like really. The views are down. You trade Luca, then the Mavericks get the #1 draft pick. It's like, all right. You got 2 players for OKC averaging about 30. Then they come out in game 6 and have about 50 turnovers and 10 points. While Hallie playing with a messed up hamstring or calf or whatever it is. I don't know. Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, we both said that it wasn't gonna go to Game 7. Completely wrong. Dang, I think I lost him. I give it a second, but nah, we both said it wasn't gonna go to Game 7. Probably shouldn't have went to Game 7, but here we are. I have OKC winning at home. I think everybody. Let's see. No, I'm gonna wait. I want to see what he got to say. Is he? I do this young myself. Yeah, he just dropped out. All right, here you go.
I'm back. So what you were saying? You said I shouldn't have won the game 7.
Yeah, but I said we both had it not going to Game 7, and we
Yeah,
both
we
was
had
wrong
it 6. We had
at
it 5 or 6.
best.
OKC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember my exact words was "it's ending early." I'm I never was a fan of OKC though. It's just the way they've been playing with the refs this year. It didn't look like the Pacers had a chance, and it still don't look like the Pacers have a chance. I know. Speaking of chances, it was a hot topic on Gil's Arena where they was talking about I'd rather lose in the first round versus going to the finals and losing because you have no chance. And Kenyon Martin. I don't know if you've seen it. Did you see it?
Wait, what he said? He rather lose first round. What kind of
Then
loser
go to the
mentality is
finals
that?
and get swept or losing the finals.
Nah, that's crazy.
Not like so you had no chance, right? And their
Wait,
argument,
who said they had no chance? Who had no chance?
Nick Young was saying that some teams don't have a chance, and everybody was basically teaming up against Nick Young and was saying, you have a chance if you go, and it was like, no, you don't. Like when Kenyon Martin played against the Lakers, um, in the finals, they had no chance. I know you're a firm believer of well, they could win technically. They had no chance at all. Um,
Well, look,
they
the
had no
playoff
chance of
shows you
winning.
anything can happen. Injuries can happen. If you see what Toronto did, Toronto should never be Golden
Yeah, but
State.
that's a freak of
But injuries
nature.
happen.
One time. Now name me another time that two of your best
Yeah,
players got injured in the finals, or in the finals. Two of them.
yeah, but if they never made it to the finals, they wouldn't have had the opportunity to win.
I get okay. So put it like
Not
this: when the Lakers played against Kawhi and the Spurs, or when the Heat played against Kawhi and the Spurs in the
Heat.
finals,
Yeah,
did the Heat have a chance to win that series? Like it was a toss up of who was going to win, right?
it was a toss up.
All right, now do the Spurs have a chance to win that finals? It was a toss up, right?
Yeah,
All right. So when the Cavaliers and Kyle Korver took on Kevin Durant and Golden State Warriors, did they have a chance of hell of winning that series? If you had
it
to put your
depends.
life on it, who would you have picked? Kyle Korver and the Cavs or KD and the Warriors?
KD and the Warriors. But if I had to put my life on it, I'd probably go OKC this series. But guess what?
Well, no,
Pacers probably
I
gonna win
wouldn't have
it.
gone. Well, I wouldn't have gone OKC the series with my life just because. Well, I wouldn't, not with my life because I don't believe in OKC. Now I believe in what the refs are doing with OKC this year. I want to put my money against them, but I won't put nothing on them to win because they're not an impressive team. You just don't know how the refs are going to officiate the game when they play. It's you just don't know. We've seen
Man, that's
OKC.
terrible.
It's the truth, bro. It's not even about the foul count. Um,
Yeah, I hate
the
that. I hate that angle that people running with the
it's the
whole
truth
foul
though.
thing. It's
Like
basketball.
they're whooping people ass on defense, and then not to mention on offense, SGA is pushing off every single point, and they talk about he's creating space. But then when Hallie do it, it's an offensive foul. It's literally every play. I understand if you just bitching that, oh, we lost, I'm gonna blame the refs. Man, shut the fuck up. But if it's every play he's pushing off, and then they whooping your ass on defense, there's nothing you can do. Like Denver had no chance, and the Timberwolves had no fucking chance.
You
It's
said that.
just
Oh, Tim, yeah.
you just don't know what was gonna happen. I mean, you don't know how the refs are gonna call the game. I mean, it's the truth.
What's your predictions
Caruso's
though?
fouling the fuck out of
Like,
Jokic every single play. You heard me?
yeah, yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, he played good defense, but he was fouling the shit out of the 7 footer every single play, and they let him do it. So,
Yeah, I
but
still
like I
don't like
said,
that take though.
it's the
I'm
truth.
with you
Like
though.
you don't got like it, and it's not about the foul count. Like I said, it's the types of fouls. Everyone's going to foul, but when you're picking up bullshit fouls, or when a guy gets 0 free throws the whole game, and then the last 2 minutes he get 8 free throws, it's like, all right. I mean, you just can't win. Can't win like that. So.
Yeah. Who you have though? Who taking it? We got one
I,
more game.
I, I want the Pacers to win, but I got OKC. The refs ain't gonna let them lose. Like the refs ain't letting them lose. It's over. I want Pacers to win so bad. 'Cause I don't like OKC. I don't have nothing against. I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't have nothing against them.
Why?
I just
Wait.
don't.
Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Why you don't like OKC? Is it just the fouls?
Yeah, I feel like it's the files. Like even when it came to the MVP, I feel like certain things in the NBA are getting out of hand. Like you're just giving guys MVPs because it's their turn. Like if you look at all the MVPs in the world, he wasn't even the best player. He wasn't even better than Giannis. Like I
Hey,
just don't like
how do
him.
you feel about this? How do you feel about this? So people can get off of the it's the next man up or it's the next person's turn. What if they put in that if you win an MVP, you can't win it again to like 3 years? So then the next man up mentality or that whole thing will go out the window. How you feel about that? I mean,
That's stupid.
it takes away from people with MVPs people who chase those MVP numbers. Like I want to be up there with 4, 5, 6 MVPs, but I
Mm.
think that would make it fair.
I don't think they need to do that. I think they need to fix the voting. Um,
You can't fix it.
because you can fix it.
You can't fix it.
You can fix it. You can fix the
It's
voting. It
biased.
should. It started off when Curry got unanimous. When I'm sorry, look like I think Michael Jordan is way better than LeBron James, but Michael Jordan did have some tough competition. LeBron James ain't had no tough competition in his prime. There was nobody. Well,
Was
Kobe was outside of
was
his prime. Kobe was
I was about
outside
to
of his
say
prime.
Kobe was there. Curry, he had to compete with Curry. He had to compete with Durant.
Curry
Those
Curry's
are
nowhere
like
close to Curry's nowhere close to LeBron.
That's we can argue that a different day.
No, we
Maybe
don't
not
got
on
to
the
argue
same
that.
level,
We
but
don't
Curry.
got to argue. We don't got to argue that.
If Curry wasn't in LeBron era, LeBron probably had more rings. Curry probably the reason LeBron don't have more rings than Jordan right now. So y'all Jordan fans can thank Curry. That's all I have. I ain't going no deeper than that.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, all right.
Because that Rockets team that beat the Warriors beat, I think they would have went to the finals and beat the Cavs with Chris Paul.
Oh, I ain't know what you was talking about. Okay, yeah, with Chris
Yeah, if
Paul,
Chris Paul never
yeah,
got hurt, that if the Rockets go to because it was one game away from the finals, if they go to the Cavs, they would have Cavs would have lost. So I don't think LeBron would have had more rings because you got to remember LeBron lost to more than just Curry. He lost to the Spurs. He lost to the Mavericks. You know what I'm saying? So it won't just because of Curry that stopped him. Curry only stopped him what 2 times?
yeah. But you talk about in his prime. We not even talking about. Well, I guess that whole stretch he
That
was
was
in
in
his
his prime.
prime.
That was in
So
Miami.
yeah,
All that was in
yeah,
Miami.
yeah, yeah. That's definitely prime.
Yeah, so we're getting off topic, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Curry should not have been unanimous. If anybody should have been unanimous, is LeBron. That's where I was going with that. About I can see why Michael Jordan won't unanimous. Um, because if you ask anybody who's your top 10 all time players, I think 9 of them are going to be from Jordan's era. So I can see why Jordan never got unanimous. But as far as LeBron should have been the first one with unanimous. And I don't like LeBron. I despise. I'm not despise. I don't like LeBron.
Oh, oh, we know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like LeBron. He's top 5 all time, but he should have been the first one with unanimous, not Curry. And back to like I said, the voting system been fucked up for a while now, but it's just because the NBA is getting so goddamn soft. It's like we're just doing, next man up. I think Giannis averaged just as many points with like 13, 14 rebounds this year. He was better than SGA this year. And
Yeah,
it's not a
but it's the
team thing. It's not a
consistency.
team
Yeah,
thing. It's not a team
because they
thing.
look at the team thing.
You
Because you
can
got to
look
look
at it,
at
but it should everything should weigh differently. You look at
But
it, but
see,
it should
look,
weigh differently.
look. That's why Lamelo didn't become an All Star because they look at the record. That's why he won an All Star this year, even though he probably deserved it.
Well,
They,
Lamelo got hurt. Lamelo got hurt in the beginning of the season.
yeah, but he was still balling. He
Everything.
was still playing
Listen,
All Star.
the team record counts. Everything counts, right? That's like if you're going to
Yeah,
play street ball. What's more important when you go to the go to the court to play street ball, the basketball or your shooting sleeve? Which do you need to have? Which is
say it
more
again.
important? When you go play street ball, what's more important, the basketball or your shooting sleeve? You can't play without a ball. So the ball's more important. So like, yeah, the team record counts, but everything is weighed at a certain level. Like your team record shouldn't play that much of an impact in you getting MVP. Is what I'm saying. Everything counts, but it shouldn't count as much when it comes to the team record.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I'm just saying that that's how they do it.
Mhm.
And that's how they've been doing it. I mean, you just got to go with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Wait,
saying. It's
that unanimous that was the year they went 73 or 74 and 9, 73 and 9, right?
73-9. I think so.
Yeah,
I think
so
so.
yeah, man, he deserved that jump. I think he had like the record with the
But
threes that
that's
year.
a see, but you're going based off the team though.
But no, but I'm saying but it was him.
What he do? What he do? Average 30 points and 4 rebounds and
I think
4 assists.
yeah, but he led the league in scoring. With
KD
the best
was.
record, led the league in scoring and got the best record in the NBA. That will
So you
give you
think
it.
SGA should have got it this year? You think he was MVP?
I
Because he
think
just
so.
did
Yeah.
everything. You think he was better than Jokic this year
I
and
think so,
Giannis?
but I go back to what I think they should do anyways. I don't even think Jokic should be. You can't. I don't think you should be able to win back to back. But that's just my take.
Yeah, that's your take.
Yeah, but no, SGA deserved it.
He. All right, we'll get off that. We'll get off that. SGA did not deserve an MVP. They already saying he the weakest person ever to win MVP already, and the season ain't even over yet.
Yo, that's just hate though. You gotta
It
know
could be hate.
you gotta know when to
Nate,
hate. Yeah, it's
Name me
safe.
one person you'd have picked SGA over as far as all the MVPs in the world. Who would
Well,
you
it's
pick
hard because
SGA over?
those MVPs was in their prime too.
So who would you pick SGA over?
Steve Nash. Just playing. Oh, no,
Hey,
I don't know.
that,
I don't know. I don't know.
that boy Nash took a team that was just okay and had their
You know,
offense
I'm
going
just
crazy.
you know I'm a Phoenix. You know I was
Oh
Phoenix
yeah, I
first,
know.
so I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, I feel you. I feel you.
yeah, man. He I wouldn't say he's the weakest MVP, but I would say he didn't deserve it. He averaged 32 and 5. Giannis numbers, if we're going off numbers, Giannis numbers clears them. And if you're going off team record, your team is better than most people already, and most people teams already. So, you got somebody like DeMarcus Cousins, who hands down was the second best center while he was playing, but he was with a sorry ass team. But it's like, does that mean DeMarcus Cousins isn't good? No, that just means his team is trash. He was the
Wait,
second
hold
best
up.
center in the league.
Yo, I know this old news though, but did you see them? Did you see him with
Oh, the fight?
the little? Yeah.
Yeah, when somebody threw something at him and then they try to hold him back. Yeah, don't. I'm a grown ass man. Don't throw nothing at me.
Yo, I really didn't watch it, but they say that he grabbed the man's phone or something. They say he touched the guy first.
I don't
So
know.
you
I
feel
mean,
the same way?
he was walking to the tunnel. So, and their
No,
fans,
no. It happened on the sideline before the tunnel.
we could pull it up, but he was definitely walking through the tunnel when I seen it, and that's when somebody threw something at him, and that's when he went crazy. He was going straight. He was walking straight from what I seen. Think he was holding the towel and everything. I don't know. But anyways,
Hey, people crazy, yo.
off that. How you feel about the Desmond Bain trade?
People crazy. Nah, I think I mean I'm not gonna say I don't understand what the Grizzlies doing.
I
That move
do.
don't do anything. It don't do anything for them.
You
But
crazy.
I think they trying to get off of John Morant here soon.
You you
I don't know his
crazy.
contract situation. Nah,
I ain't gonna lie.
yo, he been a
That was a
cancer.
that was a great trade for the Grizzlies. Do you not
Nah,
know they gave Desmond Bain? I think he was getting 50 mil a year to average 19 points. 50 mil? Man, that was the greatest trade in NBA history. Now let Phoenix Sun get rid of Bradley Beal contract. That was one of the greatest trades in NBA history. You gave this man 40, 50 mil to average 19 points a game and to be trash. And then you get 4 first round picks for him. So, now don't get me wrong. I don't think it was no losers in the trade. 'Cause I think both teams got what they needed. The Magic for years have been drafting point guards, which I don't know why. You have too many point guards. You don't have a real team yet. You got too many point guards. But now they got their point guard, their shooting guard, and their small forward, and they get built around the rest.
hey, they
Um,
solid. They a solid. They a solid team right now
yeah, they are. They got to build a bench. They need a big man. You got your 1, 2, and 3, and maybe your 4.
for
Um,
sure.
yeah, you need a center. You need a bench. Um, and they're good. Money wise, I don't know where their other players are at money wise, but I know, like I said, Desmond Bain's getting like 40, 50 mil, and he may not even average 19 this year. With the team they got a good team last year, so he may not average 19. He was on a Grizzlies team that didn't have a lot of scores. This year you got what Suggs, Bonchero, and then
It's
you
Suggs
got
back?
yeah. That's why I traded
Okay,
Cole Anthony. Um, so you got Suggs, Bonchero, and then you got Wagner. And then you got Desmond Bain. So those are all guys that's going to score the ball. They all going to average over 15. Maybe not Suggs, but the other ones are going to average over 15. The Grizzlies didn't have nobody that was scoring besides Ja and Bain. So Bain most likely won't average, 19, 20. Because he's actually the third best option on offense to me compared to
yeah,
Hachimura. Compared to Bonchero and then Frank Wagner, whatever the fuck his name is.
Wagner.
Yeah, and then the Grizzlies, like I said, they get off that contract and then they get 4 first round picks. They get Cole Anthony to go alongside John Morant and Scottie Pippen Jr., and then they get KCP for a shooting guard when they need somebody to hit some threes. I love the direction they're going. They're about to sign Ja to an extension, most likely coming up soon. Um,
You think they do it?
yeah, they're young. They're a young team. Why not? Ja Morant's still young. I don't know how old Bane is, but Jaren Jackson
Ja
young,
Morant,
Zach
they're
Edey.
gonna they're gonna be stuck with Ja Morant like um what's the Pelicans with Zion. They're gonna keep him because they know the upside, but he's just never gonna hit where he need to be, and that's just gonna be where they at with the Grizzlies until one day they look up and like, all right, it's time to move off of him.
I disagree. He did carry them to the second team in the West like 2 years ago. It's just they
Second
was
round?
hurt. No, second in the West. The Grizzlies
Oh,
was like
second.
number two in the West a few years ago. They was number two in the West this year for a few years or a few weeks.
Yeah, where they gonna be this year? This upcoming year?
Well, it depends on what direction they're going. They just
We
they're
we
clear.
see the
They're clear.
direction.
Yeah, they're rebuilding. You got a young John Morant, you got a young Zach Edey, and you got 4 first-round picks, and you got a young Jaren Jackson. Um, they may not be ready for that finals push that they thought they were. Like when they
Hmm.
got Marcus Smart and you know what I'm saying, Desmond Bain re-signing him. They may not be ready for that finals push, but they still show that most teams don't get a chance to. When you make a finals push and then you do the rebuild, most teams aren't in the position that they're in. They're in a rebuild, but they still got a John Morant who's almost an all-star. You still got Zach Edey and Jaren Jackson with 4 first-round picks. That's not even yours. So they're in a great situation. They don't got to
Yeah.
do anything. They could just chill and play possum this year. They don't got to do anything. Most teams that go through a rebuild are trash for the next few years. They have potential. They're in a great situation, and then they got off that motherfucker contract from Bain. I didn't understand that
I
when
didn't
they
even know
gave
it
him
was
the
like
money.
that until you told me about it.
Yeah, he was getting like 40, 50 mil. He averages 19 points. Uh,
I don't. Hey, they spending money now. Everybody making money now.
it don't
So
matter. It doesn't matter. You can't say that, and then when a team lose, you be like, oh yeah, we can't get another All-Star because like OG from the King or Knicks,
yeah.
they want to get Kevin Durant, but they want to trade Carlton Towns. No, you keep Towns, get Durant, and you keep Brunson. You keep your big three, but they can't do that because they gave OG whatever his name is $43 million to average
I
16
don't know.
points. He's getting
Yeah.
$43 million to average 16 points. This is
Yeah. And
why you can't just give everybody. This is why you
after we
can't
saw
give
him in
everybody
Bridges,
money. You said what?
I said after we saw him in Bridges,
Yeah,
like
you
it
can't just
compare
you
their
can't
numbers.
say they giving everybody money nowadays, so just give it to them. No, fuck no, because then that's when you're in a situation where, all right, we got a chance to get KD, but we can't because fucking giving this bum 43 mil to average 16.
All right, he ain't no bum, but
He's a
I feel what you're
bum.
saying.
If we're comparing him to 40 the players that get 40 million, he's a bum.
Yeah,
He's a
you gotta pay for
bum.
the up though too. I
You
don't think he's no
he's a bum. You got to
bum.
compare him to his peers, and everyone in the NBA is not his peers. His peers are the guys that's getting 40 million a year. Go get a list of players, and I'll do it after the pod. Go get a list of players and tell me who make 40 million a year, and you tell me who the weakest nigga on the list is going to be. OZ, Bang, they're going to be up there, and Bill. Them three names
Oh,
guaranteed.
Bill for sure.
Guaranteed. If we get 20 niggas that make 40 mil, they're going to be numbered 20, 19, and 18 for the weakest niggas on that
Hey,
list.
I don't like to bring old boy back in this, because he don't deserve it.
What?
What's my man? The Wizards now from
Jordan Poole?
nah, ain't he on the Wizards? From the Bucks. What's my man
I'm
name?
not saying his name. Chris Middleton.
Yeah,
He's a
Middleton,
he's a
man.
he's on a bum. He got injured. So I'm gonna be political with that. He got injured. The other three guys I named, they suck. They're not good. They're not worth 40 mil. They never were. Now, if everyone in the NBA is getting 80 mil a year, yeah, they're worth 40 mil then. But when you only got a handful of people making 40 mil, or not a handful, but when you only got a certain amount of people making 40 mil, he should not be up there. He doesn't do enough. If anything, they need to let him go and give his minutes and playing times to Mikal. Because Mikal's getting 25 mil. He averages one less point and one less minute. But homeboy getting so you basically got the same player. So you paying about $70 million a year for the 16 points from the same player. It's fucking stupid. You could have got
Yeah.
KD.
It's. I mean, they still might do what they had to do to get him. You know, it's still some
Well,
time.
they already said they're no longer interested in KD.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
but
hey,
a lot of people.
hold on real quick. Oh, I
Okay.
got to edit
You good?
this.
You good?
Edit this.
I ain't
Ah,
adding nothing.
man, shut your bitch ass up.
I don't know what you think this is.
Shit, all you do is edit for 10 minutes. Oh, that shit's so damn hard. Oh my. Ugh.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I know you ain't talking. I'm back.
Yo, let me transition real quick. Are you done?
You transitioning?
Yo, are you done?
Man, you transitioning?
Yo, look, the WNBA, right? Man,
Uh-huh.
I know you see that foul on Caitlin Clark the other day. How you? I mean, I like the physicality in the WNBA, but
Before you go there, since we transitioned to the WNBA, I would like to say this.
okay,
Angel Reese has been playing way better as of late. I don't want people
and
to
clean it
think
up.
that just because you being hard on somebody that you hate them or no, you give props when you playing good, you get shitted on when you're not playing good. I'm not gonna be a yes man. I ain't gonna tell you playing good when you playing bad as hell. So she has been playing better. She brought her shooting percentage up. She ain't shooting as many shots. She's playing better.
Ah, that's nice.
She's
That's nice. I'm
uh,
glad you did that.
trash. But yeah,
But yeah,
the
Sophie
fuck.
Cunningham.
No. Sophie the one. Sophie on her team. Sophie the one that
Yeah, but no, I'm
Which
saying
part you want to talk about?
that's what I'm saying. I'm starting from the jump. No, let's just go to Caitlin Clark.
Okay, so Shorty girl poke Caitlin Clark in the eye. Cause Caitlin Clark, I mean, those are winning by 20, 30 points. She got frustrated, poked Caitlin Clark in the eye. Caitlin Clark, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? It's not that like you can hate, but hate on me and go hit the gym and get better. Don't hate on me and try to like hurt me. You know what I'm saying? You can hate me because
Yeah.
I'm busting your ass, but don't be no bitch about it. Literally, like don't be no bitch.
Yo,
You
come you
poked me now.
not literally.
Yeah. Man, fuck her. Fuck her. You poked the player in the eye, then you bumped her, and then your big ass, blockhead ass teammate come and bump her again. Like, yo, and then you go to the bench dancing like I don't care. Yo, you're lame. You're probably gonna be in Mexico next season for doing that dumb shit. The woman that poked her in the eye probably all right, but the one that bumped her, the second bump, she probably gonna be in Mexico next year or
Yo, but
Russia.
here's the thing. Like it
So,
was rough and it was crazy, but that stuff is normal in the NBA. So are you gonna be like you can't have like what is it, the double step like that's that happens all the
no,
time in the NBA. Yes, it
no.
do. Yes, it do. Yes, it
If
does.
you poke a player in the eye and they're holding their eye, like that's cool. That's not the thing. That's the issue. The issue was she's holding
No,
her
Kate,
eye, and then
no, but she went back. She went back up to it though. She
she's
approached the
walking
girl.
away. She's walking. Caitlin
Nah,
Clark's
she approached.
walking.
Nah, she approached the girl,
No, the girl. We can run the
and
clip,
they.
but the girl.
Yeah, I gotta see that clip.
Yeah, exactly. Because and from what I remember, she poked her in the eye. Caitlin Clark, like, what the fuck? They gave her the foul. She's walking. The girl decides to, or the girl come in her face talking, and Caitlin Clark kind of like pushed her back, like, get out my face. And then the girl bumped her. And then when the girl bumped her, the big girl bumped her again. Like, you don't, I'm not saying that doesn't happen in the NBA, but when it does happen, it's frowned upon. So I'm not going to be oh, they're women, they shouldn't be doing that because it happened in the men's league. No, when the men do that, it's frowned upon. Like you poked her in the eye and then you intentionally bumped her twice. Like you didn't just bump her, you hit her twice. Like that's some whole shit. And my literally some whole shit.
Yo, hey, they literally gotta stop.
You know what I mean? It's literally some whole shit. I mean, they was soft for that. And then her teammate, that's a black belt, came out there like James Johnson, like in the NBA, and said, come here, bitch, I'm gonna show you something. And then, yo, Her foul was bad because it was like 30 seconds left in the game. I think it was 48. And then not only did she take her to the ground, she grabbed that bitch by her head, literally, and was just talking to her. They was like, yo, she was whispering sweet nothings in her ear. Like she just holding her by her the back of her hair, like just like, yo, come here, let me talk to you. You a bitch. You do it again, you're gonna get fucked up. Like
Yeah.
that shit, Sophie Cunningham real for that one. I like that. I like that. That's why I like to see you sticking up for your teammate. I don't like the double stand, the bitch shit. I don't like the bitch shit.
Hold
But
on,
yeah,
I'm
I
about to
love
go to
that.
MSN. Hold on.
Yeah. So watch. She gonna poke Caitlyn. Here it come. Right here. Poked her.
She approached it. She pushed.
She turned around because
Done.
she can't see. She turned around. She poked her in the eye. She turned around. She couldn't see. You know
Man.
how it is to get poked in the eye and your eye watering?
Hey, hold on real quick.
Bet.
No, you good though. But nah.
But yeah, you know how it feels to get poked in the eye and your shit watering? She turned around and the girl bumped her. Like, yo, what the fuck? Niggas want to pick and choose. Nah, fuck that. That's some hoe shit. You back?
Yeah, dog barking, man. I had to see what was up.
No, that's what dogs do. But
See
yeah, like I
somebody was
said, yo,
outside, you know. Had to
yeah,
go out there.
she got poked in the eye. It's not a big deal. But it was unnecessary, especially when you look at the score. You're
Wait,
down by 20.
before you continue, you saw Caitlyn push the girl back. They both pushed each other,
Well, cause she
and
went.
then she
I
walked
mean, you
away.
can go back and run it back, but when the girl poked an eye, Caitlyn turned around and the girl was right there in her face, and Caitlyn like, "Yo, get the fuck off me!" And then the girl
Yeah,
pushed
yeah,
her.
yeah,
The
yeah.
girl's in
I'm
Caitlyn's
not.
face. Like, I don't,
I'm just saying. I see why the other girl did push her down too. I don't agree with it, but
no,
in
I
the heat of the
mean,
moment,
it's
it's
your
basketball.
teammate did something dirty twice, and then you gonna follow up by doing something dirty a third time. It's dirty.
Yeah. No, it
The
definitely was
girl,
dirty, but it
Caitlyn
happens.
walking away, but in the back of her peripheral, she could see the girl coming up to her. And like, damn, you poked me in the eye and then you chasing me down. Like, so I turn around and we bump. And then your teammate bumped me again. Like, it's dirty. Like, what the fuck? Ain't about to
Did
argue
she
that,
get thrown
boys.
out?
Nobody got thrown out. She got a tech though.
Got you.
Cause this is my thing, right? This is why I say it's whole shit, and they some bitches for it. Um, because like, say if you're down by three, is the 2 minutes left, you was just down by 20, now you down by three. You're trying to fight back to get in the game. You got to play aggressive defense sometimes. Sometimes you got to make your presence known. But you're down by 20. Instead of playing hard, you play dirty. That's some bitch shit.
Yeah, you saw.
Um,
Wait. You saw what Jeff T said, right? When he
what he
talked about
say?
fouling LeBron, he
Oh
said when
yeah,
he
because
threw him.
LeBron whooped his ass every year.
Yeah, he was mad. So sometimes that
Yeah,
happens. Like it's part of the game. Like sometimes your
yeah,
emotions get the best of you, and you just like, all right,
yeah.
they win it, but she gonna feel me. She gonna feel my presence.
It's some bitch shit. He did that to Ricky Rubio. It's some bitch shit. Jeff T got some bitch ways. Like I said, yeah, Jeff T did it to Ricky Rubio too. Jeff T got some bitch ass tendencies sometimes. It is what it is. There's no excuses for, oh, he beat me, so I'm mad. I just hit him. No, that's some bitch shit. It is what
Yeah,
it is, man. Just I love the game of basketball. I love physicality, but don't be a dirty player. That's all. Don't be a dirty player. Stepping on somebody's shoe, that's not being dirty. Pulling at their shorts, that's not being dirty. But you know what it means to be a dirty player. Don't be no bitch ass nigga. So, but
I agree with
anyways,
you. No, I agree
yeah.
with you. No, it's still dirty. It's levels to it.
Yeah, you down
But
by
yeah,
20, 30 points at that. You down by
yeah.
20 or
But
30
y'all,
points.
we just wanted to touch bases. We ain't been up here for a while. The finals, the last game is
Yeah.
tomorrow.
So who
We already
so
gave our
real quick though,
prediction.
who's your prediction? Who you got winning this game?
I want OKC to win, so I'm gonna go with OKC.
Well, I want Pacers to win, but I got OKC winning, the refs winning. So it is Scott Foster and them gonna win. So, but anyways, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the podcast, the Playbook Podcast. It's your boy Meech, your boy EB, and we out.
All right, man.